Hi everyone, I am book shopping again. But this time, in order to save some money, I am going to a friend's of the library because usually the books are only 50 cents to maybe $2. And yeah, that's what I'm looking for right now. There are a lot of books that I want coming up in the next 2 months, and I know I'm gonna want to buy them brand new. Cause yeah, I don't want to wait, and I know I want to read them. Like the sequel to, wow, what is it called? Dial A for Aunties. The sequel to that one comes out, and that was my favorite book last year. By far, I absolutely love that book. If you have not read it, you should. I just thought it was amazing. And so the second book's coming out, and for sure I'm getting that. There's also the second book for Library of the Dead. I want that too. What else? I know there's so many. Those are the only two I can think of off the top of my head, so I know for sure I'm buying those because I can't get them out of my head. And hopefully I find some good stuff. I have cash this time because usually I don't. All right, let's go take a look. I'm also going to go into the library because there is I was going to say a house I put on hold. A book I put on hold called The House on Needle Street. I saw this in a bookstore and it looked really good, but I didn't want to buy it because I wasn't sure if it was good. And so I was like, why don't I just rent at the library? And if I'm reading it and I'm like in love with it, then I'll buy it. And so let's see. Let's go. Yes, they're open. okay, I found a lot of stuff. I got 3 books. So one is The Haunting of Ashburn House. I keep wanting to read books by Darcy Coates because they're horror novels and I like haunted house stories. And then another one I have been keeping an eye out for since I saw it at a different friend's library but didn't pick it up and regretted it, is Ghosts by Dolly, how do you say her name? Ghosts by Dolly Alderton. This one, it just looks really cute. I love the cover. It reminds me of like a Polaroid or something. So I want to try this. And on the back, it is blurbed by Matt Haig and Taylor Jenkins Reid. So I think I'll like it. The book that I had on hold, this one has a blurb by Stephen King. This is a horror novel and I've been wanting to get it. It is The Last House on Needless Street by Catriona Ward. I do not know if I said that name right. Catriona Ward. Okay, so here it is. I'm not 100% sure what it's about. I like going into it without knowing, so I love it. There's a cat on the cover. I just love this cover in general. It's hard to see because of all the sunlight, but there it is. Okay, and now I want to show you the books that I got from the Friends of the Library. Taylor Adams' No Exit. This one I was really excited to find because I literally just watched the movie 2 nights ago and I really liked it. So reading the book is going to be interesting. I watched this movie on Hulu and it was really good, so I recommend it. I'm excited to see if the book is better because generally the book is better. I usually like to read the book and then watch the movie, but we're doing a different order this time. So let's see if it makes a difference. Will I like the movie better if I read the book second? Because usually it's the other way around. I always like the book more because I read it first before watching the movie. So this one, I keep hearing about this book like everywhere, all these booktube channels. I keep seeing it at bookstores. I had never really heard anything about it before. Okay, but there were 2 copies. Normal People by Sally Rooney. I keep hearing that it's a really good book, so I want to give it a try. It was $1. Like, you can't beat that. It was $1. I almost bought it full price at Barnes & Noble like yesterday. So glad I waited. So I'll be excited to read this one. It looks like it is a Hulu series, so maybe this one I'll read the book first and then watch the series. I was so excited. Let me get it out. I was so excited when I saw this one in the store because it is the one Riley Sager book that I don't own. I have read it already and I absolutely loved it. Like, I thought it was so good. It's blurred by Stephen King on the front. The First Great Thrill of 2017. And it's Final Rolls by Riley Sager. I absolutely loved this book. I thought it was so good. It was my first Riley Sager book. I read it so fast and I remember I just kept thinking like, who's the killer? Who's the killer? It kept switching the whole time. So it was really good. I liked it. I would love for this to be a movie. There were a lot of Stephen King books, like a lot. And the lady volunteering there came up to me as I was looking at all the Stephen King books and she said, we just got these in this morning. Somebody came and they dropped off like their whole Stephen King collection. And lucky for me, because there's some Stephen King books that I have been wanting to buy. So it's just really cool that I found them here. Okay, the first one that I have been wanting to get, this is a movie. I generally like all of like the classic Stephen King movie, like books turned into movies. So we have Cujo, we have It, we have, there's one I just got, Carrie, and what are some other ones? Pet Sematary. Okay, and then the last one I was really looking for to add to the collection was Christine. I used to always watch this. Like, my mom would turn it on when I was younger, and I really liked this. I just like all those classic movies. And how cool is this on the back? The author photo. Wow, author photo. Why is that a tongue twister? I can't really tell. Maybe because it was a book club print, it's different. There's no like, can't find what edition this is. I guess it's just the book club edition. The last book that I picked up was another by Stephen King, Dolores Claiborne. So that is this one. I've just seen some other people reading this one. I don't know anything about it. Whoa, look at the pages, are so cool. I like that. I know nothing about this book. All I know is I just keep seeing it. And usually when I just keep seeing a book over and over and over and over, it just makes me want to read it. I'm not entirely sure what this is about. Let's see if we can see what edition this one is. Is this a first edition? There's a one. I need to really look up like how to tell. Okay, so here we have this. If we see this one here, does that mean it's a first edition? Because what I've tried looking up before is that if there is a 1 in that series of numbers, that it's a first edition. Sometimes it will also say explicitly first edition. So I really want to look more into that. Remember, I used to always do that when I worked at the library. Not the library. I worked in a used bookstore, and every time we got books that came in, I would check to see if it was a first edition, because if it was a first edition, we would charge more for it. So yeah. Well, that is my Friends of the Library and library book haul. So I hope that you enjoyed these books and this video, and I encourage you to go out and check your Friends of the Library. Maybe before you buy a book at full price, you'll save yourself some money, and you'll also, I don't know, just reading books that have been read before, it's special, you know? So I like buying thrifted books, but I also like to buy new books. So I like new books if I know I'm going to absolutely love it and keep it. But there's just something like, so like heart-wrenching when you buy a brand new book and then you don't like it. And you're like, I just spent like almost $30 on this book and I hate it. But it's okay, because we could donate those and somebody else will probably love it. So thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you in another one. All right, see you later. Bye.